So I did not think that when I did this build, I was going to love it so much. So when I heard that EA was coming out with Tiny Living, I was so excited just because there's so much more that you could do with that. Like I can make tiny houses. Duh. So I've had Tiny Living for 2 weeks and this is the first time I'm touching it. And I went into it with kind of like a little bit of an idea of what I wanted to do. Not really. And I ended up really loving it. And I think that you guys are going to like it too. So for the split level, how you do the split level is you put down a room and then you put another room down inside it. That room that you put down on the inside, you actually use a sledgehammer and you remove the floor from that. And that's just going to be just the ground, right? Make sure that you have raised the foundation of it though, because that's what it's going to give you the difference in the height. And then from there, it's going to take out the roof. Keep that in mind because you're going to need to just add on a roof over the top. It's not going to automatically give that to you. And then whenever you put flooring down in that lower level, you have to put the tiles down individually. You can't fill them. What I didn't realize when I did this, and what I had realized when I went back and started watching the recording of me doing this, was that the lower level is not going to count towards the tile count. So this is actually more than 32 tiles. It's like 36 or 37. It's more than 32. I'm not going to do the math right now. I'm really tired. But yeah, it's more than 32. Just a happy little accident, I guess. So it's a cheat to being able to call it a micro home, even though it's not a true micro home, which is upsetting. There are things I could go back and change and remove. Like I could make the bathroom smaller, the porch smaller, those sorts of things. However, I didn't just because I like it. It's just what I have is aesthetically pleasing. You're gonna like it when you see it. Just trust me. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So, yeah, if you end up doing this, it's not gonna count the tiles in the lower level. It's not gonna consider it part of like a room. So, yeah, that's fun. So, what you can also do is you can raise the foundation up more than I did. That way you have to put stairs so it looks more like a split level than what I did. I did this just because I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough room for the steps. And I wanted it to be small enough that like my sim could just step down rather than being like, hello, can't go over there. So I went ahead and with like just a very small difference in height between the living room bedroom area and the rest of the house. So that's what I went with. But in the end, I realized I could have added stairs. So I might actually go back and do that just to make it a bit more of a drastic change, a little more dramatic. I like that. Just details like that, they go a long distance. I was considering having like a really small entryway, but it looked weird. I don't like when the door is it's just the door. It just looked weird. I wanted it to look homey and comfortable, right? And then I decided to also put the bathroom more inside the house. I was going to have room if I just moved everything over. Because again, I didn't want you to walk in and there's a wall to a bathroom. That just wouldn't flow, right? So I just moved the kitchen over. We have an open kitchen with a bar. That way you can use the bar for cooking and to sit and use as desk space. So with this, you want to make sure that you use items that are going to be as multifunctional as possible just to save on space. For the bathroom, I've seen a lot of people that do just 3 tiles. I did 6 tiles because I wanted mine to feel more open because I do plan on playing with this house. And I wouldn't feel comfortable with just a 3 tile bathroom. So what I've seen a lot of people do is you just put a shower and a toilet and you don't put a sink in there. You use the kitchen sink. I didn't want to do that. I wanted it to feel more complete, more aesthetically pleasing. So I went with a 6 tile bathroom. Went ahead, did the extra tiles. I wasn't needing them, even though this is more than the 30 tiles or 32 tiles I'm needing. So, oops, not my bad. Yeah. So I went with that. I also took away some extra space just to save a little bit more on tiles because I'd gone over just a little bit there. But it also gives us this really fun shape to the home. It's like 3 boxes, and I really like that. And then I wanted to do a window that wasn't gonna be too big or too tiny. I I really struggled with it. I was like, okay, there's some weird things in here. I don't like what's going on. We'll just go with this little accent window. It's fine. I wanted to do a window like the one that I'm placing right now. Like there's the one that is just one little piece of that. However, the trim on it is really weird. It just makes it look too much. Like the trim on it is too big, especially for what I was going for. So I ended up not using it. And I went with the more expensive option instead. I really struggled too with the wall art in this and all the decorating because I wanted to keep it to just tiny living and I wanted to keep it to just base game just to make it easier for people who may not have any of the expansions that I have or all of the ones that I have. But once I got into decorating and was really struggling with all the stuff to put up on the walls, I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to use what I want and then I'll just upload a version without all the additional stuff that I have. So I do have two versions in the gallery you guys can use. I decided to do the living room and kitchen different colors. That way it would just make it pop a little bit more. Even though it's a pretty open layout, it still feels sectioned off enough that it does feel like separate rooms. And I really like that. I was super happy with the way that this was turning out. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to like start playing in this house. It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. I also really like all the decorations for Tiny Living. Like it may be my favorite one. I like the Laundry Day ones too. But Tiny Living I think is going to take tops for my favorite stuff pack. I really like it. I like all the things that are multifunctional. It's gonna make everything so much easier for future builds, not just tiny houses. So yeah, really excited for this. I went ahead and did green curtains, just a little pop of color. Now this is where I started doing the roof. Okay, I know I'm bad at roofs. I know I am, all right? So you don't have to make fun of me, but I guess if you do, I'm not surprised. But I have always been really bad with roofs. I give it my best shot. I do what I can, but honestly, like, what is this? It looks horrendous. I wanted to do something funky, nothing too suburban, but it just looked way too weird. So I just went ahead and went with the typical suburban. But like, what am I doing in the back right now? A scoop roof for it. No. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with the roof that I went ahead and put on there. I actually recently learned, like, and when I say recently, I mean yesterday, that when you're adjusting the length of the roof, you can hit shift, so it only adjusts the length of the shingles on one side, not both. So I'm excited for that. I'm a little bit better now at doing roofs. Like, it's helped that much. So since I have like the 3-box layout, I decided to really play with that and use that to my advantage when it came to doing the color scheme on the outside. I'm really indecisive when it comes to doing the paneling. Really indecisive. Like I just was a little all over the place. I really wanted to do something with the orange. I thought the orange and the blue was going to look really cute. However, it just looked a little bit too odd. So I just went with a really basic cream. I did try adding a roof to the porch, but you know, it's a roof and I'm not good at roofs. It doesn't work. I'm just not good at it. So I tried it for like a long time and finally gave up. It was awful. It was gonna look fine without a roof. I should have just not done it, but I still tried it, but it's fine. It'll look fine without a roof. So I tried, I gave it my best shot. So I went ahead and just started looking around for some decorations for the outside because with a lot of starter homes, I feel like they look so bland and empty. And I wanted to add some just small details to really make it pop, make it look realistic and full and just beautiful. I was kind of iffy on if I wanted to do gutters. I kind of wanted to do columns, but the gutters just looked better. And honestly, it makes the home look more realistic. I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize gutters were in the game until like a week ago. I didn't realize that when I got the Get Together pack, it came with gutters. So I was well, okay. I guess they're not gutters. They're like pipes. They're like rainwater pipes, drainage pipes. I don't know what you call. I'm calling them gutters though, okay? Just for now. So I went ahead and used them. I was like, whatever. They look pretty realistic. I like it. I'm gonna go with it. And then for the bathroom, I do like the same couple color schemes with bathrooms. I don't know. I feel like the linoleum in the game, it just reminds me of like a house from the 70s that's never been updated. You know, like your grandparents bought this home in the 70s and it's paid off. They've been there forever. They're just retired, living their life, but they won't update the floor in the bathrooms for some reason. It's hideous. I've tried using like marble in there. However, I think it looks too fancy in bathrooms. I don't know. It looks more like it should be like in the entryway in a mansion rather than in someone's bathroom. But I guess it's marble. So I also tried using the mailbox from City Living just because I really like the idea of having a mailbox on your home. And I wish we had more options for this in the game because it's so cute and it can give you just like the cutest cottage vibes, honestly. Like it's so precious or like a vintage home. It would be so perfect for. I really wanted to do that with this home. However, with that window, it just wasn't working out and I wasn't feeling it over on the side. So I went ahead and got rid of it and went with the basic mailbox that comes with the game. And then I did decide to go ahead and do some decorating around it because, again, I really like little details in my game. It's the little things like the dirt under the freaking flowers is so cute and all the rocks all around it. So once I got done with this, I went ahead and put a sim in this house to make sure everything was functional. I didn't check the mailbox. It may not be because of all the rocks, so you may have to take them out. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. Actually, after I get done recording this, I'm going to double check just to be sure. It's cute, but I don't think it's functional. I'll check though. When I uploaded the base game that's under the 20,000, that's going to be a really good for like a starter home. I did remove all the flowers and rocks, so that shouldn't be a problem in that version. It's don't worry about it. You're fine. You're fine. So you'll notice that whenever I design homes, I like to include a lot of greenery, plants everywhere. My house, you would think like my house here in real life is like that. It's not. I have two dogs. They will get into the soil and just destroy the plant. I can't do it. So I fill that need by doing it in The Sims. Now, the last plant that I did put on here is a custom content plant. I didn't realize that. I thought it was base game. And then I saw like a little initial on it. I was like, oh crap, it's custom content. So that is the one custom content item in here. I do have some mods that have retextured some of the plants, but they shouldn't be affected by the game. You download it by the from the gallery, you don't have that mod. So I added some plants over to the side because you're not really going to use that space over to the side unless you want to remove the plants and put like a chair and you could just kind of watch all the people that are running by or wait for the welcome wagon to come in. But I wasn't really going to do that, so I went ahead and put plants. I also wanted to do like the typical white picket fence. I thought that would be really cute. Especially for like the tiny home builds. I did go ahead and use the fence from the Strangerville pack just because it's the closest thing I have to a white picket fence. So yeah, that is a different pack. But it was just really cute and it was too perfect. I had to do it. And then when it came to doing the outdoor space, I wanted to have pretty open space with some activities because with a tiny home, if you invite people over, it's gonna be pretty small. You're not gonna want to really hang out with other Sims in there. You're going to want to just have open space. So I wanted to have a open backyard that was going to make a really great entertainment area for having people over. I don't know about you guys. When I play like actual gameplay, play the characters, I invite people over a lot and develop a lot of relationships. and throw parties because it's just fun. I like the little goals that it sets for you. So I wanted to have like a really cute entertainment space. I love the bench under the tree. It's so cute. I can't believe I've never done it in a build before. As soon as I placed the tree and put the bench underneath it, I was like, oh my God, it's so romantic. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be doing that in future builds for sure. And then I added a little concrete area. So that's where we're going to have the grill. And we're going to also put a little seating area as well. Of course, I put little gardening boxes out there to do some outdoor activities because you're going to want your sim to get out. If you're playing in a tiny build, you're probably only going to be able to do so long in there and be like, okay, I need to get out of here. We need more space. So I wanted to create an outdoor area that wasn't only for entertaining, but was just going to give you more of a open feel so you didn't feel so clustered in. And we need to do that IRL as well. I should probably leave my house more often. I did walk my dogs today. I did get out and walk my dogs today. So that was my getting out of the house for 30 minutes in 32-degree weather. It was worth it though. They had a great time. You know, someone was de-shingling their roof even though we're supposed to get snow for the next 2 days. I don't know, Becky, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's too late. She's already done it. I decided I didn't like the little furniture that I put out there, so I went ahead and put a little gardening flower arranging table is what I put out there. I felt like it would better match what I was going for because you're probably not going to have people here too often. So something that your sim can work on. And then I did want to add like a little garden area or something. I needed something over here that wasn't going to be too much. I kind of thought about a swing set, but then I was like, this is a one bed home. Probably not gonna have any kids here. Okay, we'll just do some shrubs. So I did shrubs lining all along the fence. I tried to do it all the way around. However, I was gonna have to move the gardening boxes around and I don't know. I didn't want them to be right there when you walked in because, again, with the flow of things, when you walk into a backyard, what's the flow going to be like? Where are you going to feel like you're just kind of like a lazy river, drifting along a lazy river? You don't want to have to move around things. It's going to be uncomfortable. And then I added like a little fence along the shrubs too because, again, small details can go such a long way. And then I added some stones as well, some stepping stones that are kind of like faded into the ground. I felt like I liked those more just because it felt more relaxed. So I went ahead and added that as well just to help with the flow because that's how I felt like the flow of the backyard was whenever I did it. And then I added more of these little lights, which I love. When I first got the Sims, I used these little lights all the time because they were like fairy lights, right? They remind me of like a fairy garden. So I would put them everywhere. I'd even have them like lining up and down walk areas. So I was excited to bring them out for this build. I felt like it really worked for this. Now again, I really struggle with putting up the wall art just because I feel like there's not a lot of options in base game. And in Tiny Living, you only get one and it's just different pictures. What didn't help was I didn't turn off my mods before I got into the game. So I had all the CC still at the bottom, even though I filtered everything, and I couldn't use any of it, which is a struggle because there's some really cute CC out there that I have in the game. So I was like, nope, can't use it, but it's fine. We'll make it work. So I had basically what I could. It's not my first choice. However, it works. It works. It's there. It's fine. I started to run out of options, so I decided to make one of the photos large to fill up the entire wall. Because initially I kind of wanted to do a couple different things on that wall. The mirror didn't really look that okay, so I went ahead and just made the photo large. And then of course you can put plants on top of like the entertainment stand, which I really, really like that. However, you can't put any of the plants above the bed area, which doesn't make any sense because that's a pretty large area that you should be able to put them. I actually tried looking for some greenery, even with like the holiday stuff, just something to put along the top that was going to be more like more flowing. Kind of like the flower boxes in the front of the house. But I didn't see anything, unfortunately. So I just went with like a really basic plant. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I like that blue that much. It's not that cute. I'm gonna have to go back and change that. And then I added some flowers on the wall, which I love. I love these. I wish that we had more options for plants being on the walls and part of the wall decor, because I think we only have like, I think we only have 3 options, I believe. So one from Seasons, one from Dine Out, and then the one that's currently on the wall. That one's from Get Together. So we only have 3. I really wish that we had more options because they are so cute. And again, I like putting plants everywhere. It makes it feel much nicer. But I kind of like drifted away from doing the wall decor and was doing plants, and then got back into wall decor and just reminded myself of how much I hate looking for wall decor. But it's fine. I figured it out. I use this really expensive wall art, and yeah, I took that out for the for the starter game build that I did. And then I almost forgot to decorate the bathroom because again, I like to put in a lot of details just to make it feel more full, more lived in. You know, not just bare minimum because it's so boring. It is so boring to do bare minimum. I really struggled with lining up these towels because for some reason you can't just put the towels on this shelf. It doesn't function like that for some reason. I don't understand why. You would think it would, but it doesn't, so it's fine. I figured out a way. And then I recently found out that you could downsize things using the bracket keys, so I was really excited for that because there's a lot of really pretty large rugs I like to use in small spaces, like the one that I put in the kitchen. So I'm really thankful. Shout out to Potato for showing that to me. Thank you so much for telling me about that because it seriously, it's completely changed up my decorating game. Yeah, that's my split level micro tiny house of joy and beauty, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I am so glad that I did this build. So again, I do have this in the gallery, and then I do have one in the gallery that has none of the stuff from the expansions. It doesn't go over 20,000. It's like right around 17,000. So it fits for the starter home if that's one that you want to use. But honestly, when I do these, what I'm most looking forward to is someone downloading one of my builds and using them because, oh my gosh, for someone to think, oh, I really like this and then use it, oh my gosh, it's just the ultimate payoff. So let me know if you end up using this and how you like it. Let me know if you guys are using tiny living because I would love to see more tiny homes. There's a couple more that I want to do. I'm going to start uploading more of my builds because I do a lot of streaming on Twitch. However, I don't really do my Sims gameplay on Twitch. I usually stream it in my Discord and talk to people while I'm doing it, or I just play by myself. So I figured while I play by myself, I might as well record it and put it on YouTube for people to check out because some of the stuff turns out really cute. Okay, well, I'm going to go start another one because I just got another idea. That's going to be the next video. It just got me. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to go work on that now.